We recorded about 3 tracks, that was about a year ago, and they haven't been finished. And since then, Michael Jackson's gone. And he's working very hard, and I've had things to do. So we haven't we haven't seen each other for about 3-4 months. And whenever we have time, we'll call each other and get that scene sorted out.
And that could possibly be on this new solo album you're talking about?
It could be, actually. I'd like it to be. I'd like one of the songs to be on it. I was initially going to be on Thriller. Can you imagine? I blew it.
With David Bowie, with Pressure.
Nothing. We just went to the studio, did the song, and out it came. It was no big...
No, but I mean, wasn't there this whole drama about him taking his name off of it or wanting to not be...
No, that was something else. He did sort of like backing vocals on one of my songs that was on the album then. That's not Under Pressure, there's another one.
Right.
And when it came to being released, I mean, he didn't like what he did. It was like, you know, asshole tells me right at the tail end when the thing's just about to come out. So anyway, that's you know, artistic license. He just didn't like his voice right when it was about to come out. And I said, fine. I said, it's quite easy. All I do is erase his vocal, and out it came. It wasn't like he didn't do a very in-depth vocal at all. It was just a background. It was just background vocals. So, I mean, he just didn't.
Do you think it was petty? I mean, do you think it was unnecessary?
Whatever. I think it was unnecessary, but I mean...
Are you not speaking to each other?
Always speaking. It's just we're in different parts of the world, and... No, I'm not one of those bitchy queens that you like to... No. It's just... No, he's all right. He's okay.
How did you happen to work with him in the first...
Well, I mean, we were friends from a long time back, and we were in Montreux in Switzerland. We own a studio there, so we were working on it, and he lives there. He just happened to be there, and he kept coming to the studio, listening to our tracks, and we were jamming to some of his old songs and things. And then one night we were having dinner, and after that we were going back into the studio to carry on with the session. And it just happened. He just said, "Oh, why don't we just fool around and get something started and see what happens?" And, you know, we started playing on the piano, and the rest of the band were there, and we started putting something down, and Under Pressure started to build. Well, just in the early days, well, I mean, like 3-4 years ago, I mean, he used to just come and see our shows at the Forum in LA, and I guess he liked us, and so I got to meet him, and he kept coming to see us, and then we started talking, and in those days, I think he would actually go out. He'd go out and have dinners. I mean, I remember going to dinner with him, and I think now he just stays at home and doesn't like coming out at all. That's what he says. I mean, he says, oh, whatever he wants, he can get at home, because I mean, anything he wants, he just buys it.
But have you ever talked to him about, I mean, just in terms of being an artist, or in terms of a song?
Well, I mean,
to stay in the house like that kind of isolation, that's so scary.
I know, that's not me. That's not me. But I mean, you know, that's his bag, and I wouldn't do that. I mean, I'll be bored to death. I mean, I have to go out every night. I mean, I hate staying in one room for too long anyway. I just like to keep moving. It's just an individual approach, you know. I don't know. I mean, I guess he's just because he started when he was very young. So, I mean, when you think about it, well, when I'm talking to him, I think, my God, he's 25, I'm 37, yet he's been in the business almost longer than I have.
The songs that you've written, and particularly many of the hits, they've been such a different variety of styles, and your voice also is so different. You know, on Crazy Little Thing Called Love is such a different... Is that kind of music that you always liked? That particular kind of rockabilly, Elvis sort of thing?
I just like to do different things. I like to... It's like I don't like to stay in one position for too long. And so that comes out in everything. It comes out in my songs, my lyrics, and I just like to try everything once. And I'm not scared of the pitfalls and things. And I'm not worried about saying, my God, this is not my scene, and if it's going to be... I mean, in fact, I love the challenge. I sort of, you know, I love the challenge, and I like doing things that are not part of the mainstream for me. And sometimes if that works, it works in a very big way. Otherwise, it can be a very big flop, but I'm willing to take that risk.
One of Queen's biggest hits
on radio 1990, not 99, 1990.
Don't miss Freddie Mercury of Queen on radio 1990 all week long.
It'll take you to get to the point where you could manage your own business affairs. I mean, you have gone through a few managerial changes and problems.
Yes, well, that's how long it takes. I mean, I don't think anybody can manage straight away unless they're very lucky, and unless they know. You've got to know the business, and the only way you get to know the business is to make mistakes and have pitfalls, and I think every major successful artist has gone through that. I refuse to believe that somebody's just had no problems at all and just managed to do it like that. I think that's all part of history, all part of a band's history. They have to go through all that. People get, there are a lot of sharks around, and you get done in. People rob you blind, money, but that's all part of it. And then you learn by mistakes, and then you know which people not to employ, and then where you think, okay, you just have to take control of this situation yourself. And that's what we did. After a while, the managers were good, they were bad, they were good, or whatever. It just happened there came a point in time where we thought, we can do this ourselves. Okay, it's a bit more work, but we've gained the experience, and we can do it ourselves. Besides, we make more money anyway. You don't have to give a percentage to your manager.
Is there one person in the group? Do you do more of it than anybody else?
No, I think we all do. We all, as far as that side is concerned, we all partake in that individually. It's like 25%, to be honest, all four of us, because we all do different things. Like John's very, very good at the actual business sense, the actual sort of money side of it, the marketing and everything. So we leave that to him, and they'll leave me to just the wardrobe, I guess.
The wardrobe.
They'll leave me to the wardrobe and writing the hits.
Oh.